You know, Larry, one of the awesome advantages we have here at MWR is that we have our very own Napa Auto Parts store demo located right here on site.
So I would assume you don't have to go very far to get the Napa know-how.
Not very far at all. If there's one thing that Napa knows how to do, it's getting a car in gear. We have the world's best brake parts right at our fingertips for us to use.
Hey, that's not a bad deal. So what do we have here?
Well, this is our Napa brake board, and we offer 4 diverse lines of brake pads, which we can easily fit to a driver's driving style, preference, and budget.
So with all these different style pads and rotors, what do you think's best for old Larry Mack's situation?
Since you all drive the car differently, we're going to go with the setup of Napa Adaptive 1 brake pads and our Napa Ultra Premium disc rotors. Made with 2 different pad formulations, Napa Adaptive 1 brake pads actually adapt to the driving style of the individual driving the car. Our Ultra Premium rotors are cast from damped iron, which offers ultimate stopping power and keeps the car's brakes running cool and quiet. Performing each step of the perfect brake job ensures the repair will be done correctly. Attention to detail is at the heart of the perfect brake job. Washing the rotors with soap and water ensures any metal particles left after turning will be removed. Otherwise, they will embed themselves in the new friction material that can cause noise and roughness. For new rotors, this removes the rust preventative and provides a clean surface for optimal bedding. Cleaning the hub surface and the backside of the rotor reduces the chance for excessive runout. Using the right tool allows you to get around the stud so the entire surface is clean. It's a good idea to check hub runout at this time to confirm it isn't damaged. After the hub and rotor are cleaned, runout must be checked with the rotor mounted and torqued to spec. Some rotors require the use of conical washers under the lug nuts to simulate the wheel. Be sure to use the star sequence when tightening so the rotor is not distorted. Position the dial indicator near the outside radius for a good measurement. Notice this one measures approximately 0.001 TIR, which is within specification.
After every race, we perform maintenance on our cars and replace all the hardware. Whether they can run another 100 miles or not, we always start with new.
All right, so I think the moral of that story, you spend this kind of money on brakes, you're not going to let a piece of hardware keep you from winning a race. But that, my friends, is why you work for the best in the business.
Clean and lubricate any sliding or contact points so the caliper and pads move freely. A high-quality synthetic grease can be used for metal-to-metal or metal-to-rubber areas. Be careful not to contaminate the friction or rotor surface with the lubricant. Use the proper tool to retract the caliper piston and be sure to open the bleeder so the old fluid does not get pushed upstream. Dirty fluid can cause master cylinder or ABS valve problems.
All right, I want to take a look at these 2 different brake packages. Well, why is there such a difference between a speedway package, like maybe you'd run at Daytona, Talladega, and a short track package like you'd run at a road course or Martinsville?
The biggest difference is how fast you want to stop the car. And Daytona, Talladega, we're not really worried about stopping. We're worried about going fast. So we take all the weight that we can out of the brake and use the minimal brake we can. By NASCAR rules, they mandate that we'd actually run a smaller rotor than that, but they mandate the size of rotor we can run nowadays. And at the short tracks, we want to have the most brake we can have, the best stopping power. We actually run probably more brake than a tire can stop the car.
It's probably one of the worst places in the world to put weight because it's called unsprung weight.
Unsprung weight is a bad thing, yes. It's 2 to 1, basically.
Now, do you think, I know what my opinion is, but do you think that the introduction of this new car a few years ago, do you think drivers started using a little more brake with this new car?
With no doubt. We've noticed everywhere that there were places we had to open up brake ducts where we weren't running them before, so they were definitely using more brake.
All right, the big story of 2010 has been the fact that we're going back to the conventional rear spoiler. Do you think that maybe is going to make a difference in brake usage?
I think it will. We're hoping it actually uses a little less, but every driver's a little different. But we'll find out when we go to Texas. It'll be a big weekend for us to see whether the drivers use less or more.
You know, Pat, I'm always amazed when I walk in a race shop like Michael Waltrip Racing here. You got all these race cars. You're trying to run a 38 race schedule, some cases 14 races in a row, well over 100 people running around. And you look and you could absolutely eat off the floor. The organization here is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great. Everybody takes pride in their work and, pride in their workplace. And that's part of being organized is keeping your place clean. And, in order to run 38 races, you have to be organized. Otherwise, you'll never keep up with it.
And you know, you look at an auto repair shop, their goal is to make the customer happy and get the work done as quick as possible, because that's how they make money, just like you guys are trying to get these cars on the hauler and get them to the racetrack. But I got to say, in both cases, organization, it's going to speed your process up, just like it's going to speed the process up at auto repair shop.
I think in any great business, I think you have to be organized to get things done. And you know, if they're not organized, they won't be able to find the parts they need to put them on the cars. And same with us, we can't find the stuff we need to work on. So you got to keep your place clean and organized, and that's how you get your work done.
Yeah, I mean, I tell Brandon and his boys that work on his race car all the time. In fact, I walked in the shop a few weeks ago and it looked like an airplane had crashed in there. And they don't understand the value of just taking maybe 5 minutes to clean the shop up, how many minutes it'll save them doing the next job on their car.
Well, it'll save you time there, and when people do come in and look around your shop, you know, you're always trying to have people be impressed when they come in, especially if you're talking about sponsors or anybody associated with your program. You want people to come in and be proud of where you work.
And then I guess the importance of keeping the tools and all the equipment organized, keeping that in nice, neat order, that's pretty critical too, I would say.
Yeah, everybody's got to be able to go find their stuff in order to do their job, and the easier it is to keep track of it, the more they get done in a day.
You know, one of the great perks of having a beautiful race shop like Michael Waltrip Racing here, clean, neat, and organized, is the fans can come here and they can tour this entire beautiful facility. Hey, Pat, I can't tell you how much I appreciate everything today. I tell you what, buddy, I owe you a steak dinner.
Thanks. I'll race you there.
Relax.
Relax, I know. Yeah.
Of course, I stuttered that time.
70,000 square feet. Why she got to go that way?
Gentlemen, one more time. Right here.
It was perfect, but do one more.